All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Edo Boy versus Agent. This game taking place here on Autumn Leaves. We're looking at Edo spawning as the red undead over here on the top left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, on the bottom, well, top right, bottom left. I'm sorry, getting my left and right confused. All right. I guess when some people, commenters say, you know what, Crota has no idea what he's talking about. Yep. If you can't tell your left from your right, then you can't really say much, right? Anyways, Edo Boy on the top or right hand side, his title bar on the left, going up against Agent, who is on the bottom left. His title bar is on the right. Not quite sure. I had thought the overlays were fixed. Apparently, there are still some bugs like that too. I guess you can contradict yourself in a sentence, and it's still okay, right? If you can't make up your mind, you can be a paradox, right? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Opening up Edo, looking to, well, go for Crypt Lord first. Crypt training up some ghouls, so we could be looking at a fast expansion attempt. Fast expansion attempt with Crypt Lord and a very, very wide army. Meanwhile, we're most likely going to be looking at an Archmage training up Footmen here straight out of the gates. And we need to see whether or not both of these players agree to playing an expansion style game. First time watcher, been playing Warcraft 3 for a decade. Is this W3 Champions or this is being played from W3 Champions is a tournament. I believe it was the Silver Open Cup. It's the SCILL Silver Open Cup. For all you guys who are watching on YouTube, definitely check out the description in the link or the link in the description below if you want more information on on the matchup itself and the game itself, as it does reference back to Warcraft 3 info. All right, coming back around the Crippler, making its way down, and you will see Edo Boy actually going for an unsummoning on that Altar of Darkness. This gives the undead the ability to really expand much earlier by refunding that Altar of the Darkness. Hi from Bangkok, prime time here, Crota. Crota time, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad I'm prime time for someone. Well, it's really just the wee hours in the morning for me, starting my cast at around 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock in the morning, just so I have time to just enjoy this little hobby of mine. Archmage trying to finish off. Who's going to get the last hit? It looks like Crypt Lord does get the last hit there, or was it the Archmage? I think the Crypt Lord got the last hit there, as the ghouls are trying to get away. One more shot on that ghoul is going to get denied. No, it's not. Level 2 now on the Archmage here, and a beautiful, beautiful pressure coming in from Agent to shut down Edo. Edo, boy, is he in trouble. Down across here, though, looking to perhaps say, you know what, if you're not going to let me set up my expansion, then I will simply deny the same to you. However, Edo Boy was the one who unsummoned his Altar of Darkness, so he could be in a little bit of trouble. And now, as we're looking at Edo Boy, well, dealing with a swarm of militia coming in from the main base, as peasants could get taken down as well. There goes another, giving level 2 to the Crypt Lord. Are we perhaps going to be looking at some impales as well, or is the army just not strong enough here? I can't imagine Edo Boy actually sticking around on this fight. It looks as though Agent just has too much here to fight back with, especially since he is close to home, as the peasants, well, we're constantly being trained back at this town hall to replace the peasants that were lost. Another beetle going to get taken down. Archmage inching its way closer and closer to level 3, as Edo Boy does want to set up an expansion, but may not be able to do that, as a couple of ghouls are now coming back over. There's some ensnares now. Crypt Lord does have a Mantle of Intelligence, which means some additional mana. Are we going to see a couple more beetles come out of the woodwork, so to speak? Another ghoul could get taken down. Ghoul trying to make its way back off to the north. However, Archmage was already cutting off any line of escape. Beautiful, beautiful bloodbath early on here. We are seeing the expansion coming in from Agent already. Meanwhile, ghouls are trying to swarm in on the other side here. And who's really benefiting from this swarm of units? All right, we have a 6-unit surround against that poor footman. And, well, that is easily going to get taken down as well. Finally, the last Troll Trapper will get finished off here. Archmage, with only one footman left, perhaps does not want to stick around, will be backing away. What is this one ghoul doing? This ghoul, extremely, what, extremely overzealous, trying to get into position here, as this low hit point footman, is it going to get taken down? All right, we're looking at 2.7 versus 2.9. We are getting up a ziggurat here. Acolytes are in position. Archmage gets up to level 3. Level 2 Water Elemental is going to be a very big deal here. 33 to 41 damage. And that big damage once more. Still more pressure coming across from Agent, as Ito Boy looks to try and just establish up this location, but not going to be able to do so. We are teching to that, well, to that Nerubian tower, but the footmen are here to try and stop it. There was one acolyte trying to get some repairs in, but that's just not going to be enough either, as more beetles are popping up out here. Super aggressive styles coming in from both sides, as the Crypt Lord does get the experience for that water elemental, trying to finish off some of these actual footmen, trying to take down units that don't just cost mana but actual gold, as the Crypt Lord gets to level 3. Level 3, well, we know what that means. Level 2 beetles will be popping up around as well. Those beetles suddenly dealing 15 to 18 damage compared to 8 to 9. Those beetles significantly stronger than their smaller cousins, as the beetles well, can easily take down a water elemental here. All right, Ziggurat down to 40, 50 hit points, going to force a cancellation once more. But it looks as though finally, with a level 3 on the Crypt Lord and enough mana to continue to summon up beetles, well, this attack and this pressure will finally, well, let up. All right, well, there's plenty of mana for beetles. Not quite sure why we're not seeing more of them getting summoned out here. One footman trying to test the waters here quickly realizes, wait, my opponent is at Halls of the Dead and now rebuilding that Altar of Darkness. Was that really worth it here? As the, oh, are we going to get us around here? Yes, we are. Agent's footman runs straight on inside, gets surrounded by, well, a handful of units. Only needed 4 units for that surround. Archmage going to try and drop in as well, get into position again. Water Elemental going to be, well, taken down very quickly. Footman is also here as well. Are we going to see another cancellation? Yes, we are, as the Archmage, well, the Archmage does have a Cloak of Shadows, but the Crypt Lord knows how to handle that. Crypt Lord waiting perhaps for that Nerubian tower. A new Water Elemental could get popped on out here. This is going to be a bit of an issue again, as the Crypt Lord tries to make its way back over. Are we going to see some impales? No, I thought we were going to see an impale onto that Archmage, as the Archmage drops another Water Elemental, breaking Cloak of Shadows, and then leaves behind. Oh, there's a impale there, being forced to now use a Scroll of Town Portal, and that will actually pull the Water Elemental away with it. Great insight by Ito Boy, checking to see that it was a Staff of Teleportation, and says, you know what, take your Water Elemental home with you. I don't want it here. It's not welcome. Archmage picks up a Clarity Potion, using it up as well. Death Knight, nope, no sign of a Death Knight as of yet. Ito Boy, in this long drawn out battles, so delayed in trying to set up his expansion. 20 supply army going up against 18, as the Panda with Breath of Fire should be able to really blow over many of these units rather quickly. Ito Boy doesn't stand much of a chance here, as the Breath of Fire on the Panda really adds up a lot of damage to this wide army that the Undead is trying to establish. Still needing to get enough gold to perhaps go into that Death Knight. And all Ito Boy can really hope to do is put pressure and not allow Agent to play the game he really wants to play. Perhaps doing a lot of creep jacking, where he's able to get in some additional damage, just because his opponent is right there. Who's going to get the experience? Crypt Lord gets the last shot right there and gets almost to level 4. More ghouls coming back over. Crypt Lord at 300 hit points, as we're seeing a quick impale right there. Level 4 now on that Crypt Lord. Are we going to see death of that Brewmaster? No, Brewmaster also had a Cloak of Shadows. All right, Cloak of Shadows, great use. And whoever said Cloak of Shadows not making a difference now that you can use it during the day was flat out wrong. We've seen some great Cloak of Shadows play. Really just useful Yeah. Cloak of Shadows. Brilliant use there. Meanwhile, Water Elemental being forced to retreat back. We are looking at some healings or scrolls of regeneration being used. We are looking at 42 supply compared to 40 now. Edo Boy finally with that slight advantage. Death Knight now just now making its way out onto the battlefield here, as it has seemed like this fight has just constantly been on, well, Edo Boy's side of the map. With the Death Knight here, though, that additional presence could make a big difference. One obsidian statue as well, and that little bit of additional, little bit of additional longevity makes all the difference in the world. Once it feels like Undead has gotten the right composition of units, it's up to the human player to figure out a way how to deal with it here. All right, what is that Force Troll High Priest? It's just like seems to be out in the middle of the map, but still not really engaging as of yet. Panda is here, Archmage is here, in comes more units. Death Knight did not mean to do that always. As the Death Knight now looks to re-engage here. Water Elemental trying to make its way back off into the north. Crypt Fiends looking to push back through. And, well, just trying to share this creep camp, it looks like, as the dire Frostwolf coming back across. All right, Death Knight looking to retreat back again. There's another Breath of Fire across multiple units. Dire Frostwolf continuing to pull back here. And we're still looking at the Crypt Fiends continuing to fire back attacks. There's just a 3 1v1 fights going on. Units are attacking in every which direction. People want to get the last hit to get that a bit of experience, as we see a Staff of Sanctuary being used there. Paladin already out here on the battlefield. Holy Light, the good impale, as it looks as though, yes, one priest is going to get taken down. Crypt Fiends now looking to back up once more. Crypt Fiends could turn around, perhaps get some damage onto some of those other units, and fighting in this narrow walkway with so many Crypt Fiends still able to engage, that doesn't seem like a great call by Agent, as he gets a Breath of Fire, but really doesn't add up any real damage. Edo Boy sitting in no upkeep on 1,000 gold right now, so it feels like at any time he could just pull the trigger and get into a mid-60 supply army with all of the lumber and all of the gold that he's currently sitting on. All right, Destroyer form, perhaps that is not yet done being upgraded. That may be the reason why we don't see any destroyers as of yet. We should be already at Black Citadel, and we are looking at that Lich making its way out onto the battlefield. And this is the time for Agent to make a play. Agent really needs to make a play right now before the Lich gets onto the battlefield, before there's destroyers, before there's Orb of Corruption. If he's able to build the advantage he has here, then he will be in a much better spot before, well, Edo Boy gets into that mid-60 supply army that I was talking about. Agent now sitting at nearly 70 supply, getting up to level 4 on the Archmage here. Meanwhile, Death Knight is sitting now at level 2, so will have that Unholy Aura, allowing him to move around the map that much more quickly. Great use of Edo of the Acolyte there to try and repair. We are getting up Disease Cloud and Abominations as well, as the Lich is now out onto the battlefield. Perhaps it's going to wait to try and pick up that Orb of Corruption. Needs a little bit more gold. Also going for Temple of the Dam for perhaps Anti-Magic Shell and Banshees. All right, in comes the battle here. We are looking at Knights all in position, Sundering Blades coupled with Inner Fire, and that is going to be a lot of damage indeed going after those Knights. Knights, well, taking quite a bit of damage. Trying to get in a Holy Light right there. No Orb of Fire coming in from the human side, but we do see level 2 now on that Paladin for level 1 Devotion Aura. All right, interesting plays across the board. 58 supply compared to 72. Army sizes are just going to continue to grow. There's a Sludge Flinger. Archmage trying to back away. Got a slow to adjust a little bit. Tome of Knowledge perhaps going to get picked up by that Panda. Cloak of Shadows. Last Spider going to get finished off here. Flying Machines perhaps looking to shoot down any destroyers, as we are finally going into destroyer form by Edo Boy. Edo Boy sitting on only 2 obsidian statues. Ogre Magi here trying to clear up some additional creep camps. Lich does have an Orb of Corruption and Gloves of Haste, but no real plus big damage that we're looking for. Agent sitting at 76 supply. Edo Boy sitting at 60. And, well, it is going to come down to who's going to be able to, well, use their heroes more effectively again. All right, Granite Golem get out here. Dire Frostwolf going to get finished off pretty quickly. And you can see that negative armor, how effective that really is. Instead of taking 10% less damage, taking actually 12% more damage and losing a lot of effective hit points there. That Dire Frostwolf should just get finished off pretty quickly. Instead, going after the Granite Golem first. There's a couple of claps as well, but nothing the Obsidian statue can't make short work on. Flaws of attack plus 12 going to be handed off to that Lich, who now has plus 20 damage. Suddenly, the Lich's auto attack is one to be weary of. 68 supply compared to 80. Agent having a much larger army. I take it back. Edo Boy's now starting to have a bit of a larger army. There is 22 workers by Agent. That is actually perhaps an over-investment into workers. And especially with the lumber mill upgrades available, you don't want to be sitting at 22 workers. And I think that's one of the things that oftentimes human players forget. You can train the masonry upgrades to try to increase the effectiveness of your peasants, and someone's got to be able to do cost-benefit analysis on that, whether or not it is really worth it to train up 4 additional peasants, or if you'd rather have a larger army and 4 less peasants, but have that bonus, have the bonus upgrades here. All right, going into an engagement here, retrain into Blizzard. Archmage, however, gets impaled right there. Obsidian statues off in the back. Destroyer form. Scroll of Town Portal trying to retreat back here. Are we going to get one more Breath of Fire across all of those units? Beautiful Scroll of Town Portal to retreat back out. And Edo Boy doing a great job saving his units back at home, or being able to Scroll of Town Portal back. Multiple Obsidian statues, 1 Breath of Fire would have been enough to take them down. All right, Obsidian statues perhaps should be repaired by some of these acolytes off over here. I thought there was an extra acolyte somewhere. Nope, acolytes coming off of the gold mine to do exactly that, repairing these Obsidian statues. A great use here. What is this acolyte? The acolyte was like facing a different direction than the Obsidian statue was where it actually was, but I guess it was still within range. There's that repair right there. Obsidian statue is ready to make its way back out onto the battlefield. Human and their point and click spells. Are you really could I gotta listen to the minimap? Oh, well, there's just little beetles just running around, right? Yeah, I was gonna say, are you really complaining about human spells when the undead right now has Impale, Death Coil, and Frost Nova? Just little beetles constantly harassing. It's a bug infestation. Alright, Agent now setting up his, next base already off to the north. Beetles trying to make sure and pull back Archmage. There is just a complete illusion, but it's really the anti-magic shell that's going to be a very big difference here. Also, Inner Fire all across all of these units. Are we going to perhaps be looking at a lot of Devour magic as well? That could be a very big deal. Impale could come down and across multiple units. All right, there's that Devour magic already coming into play. There is there's Blizzard going down. Anti-magic shell getting eaten through a little bit as we're looking at Death Coil, Frost Nova going down across multiple units. More Blizzard being cast again as the Crypt Lord should really just try to impale and focus down that Archmage. Holy Light trying to save it as the Archmage quickly realizes, you know what, I cannot stick around in this fight. Crypt Lord now looking to back away, and the downside of going for Blizzard is that Crypt Lord down to 5 hit points, able to use the Scroll of Town Portal in time. I saw the Blizzard about to hit the Beetles back, And well, it was still able to break free. Agent now sitting at 83 supply in high upkeep compared to Edo Boys, who is sitting in low upkeep. Talk about a split second difference right there. As the Crypt Lord and the Death Knight are both low on hit points, but we did see that sudden burst of damage that undead players are known for. Also, no obsidian statue for Edo Boy here. There is no easy way to heal up both the Death Knight in this and this Crypt Lord right now. Unholy Aura here. Lich perhaps wanting to get to level 3. Death Knight shouldn't be this close. Death Knight perhaps should be backing away, taking a little bit of the experience, but Lich is still going to get to level 3 here. All right, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Crypt Lord buys a Scroll of Healing instead, as things are going to make this way. These extended fights are doing the undead no favors. I don't know. I feel like Edo Boy is playing this right. Agent is currently sitting in high upkeep, mining off of 3 bases. And by mining off of 3 bases, he's only getting 12 gold a second compared to Edo Boys, who's getting 14 gold a second mining off of 2. Also, gold is a limited resource. Once the gold is harvested, it's not like you can get that taxed gold back in any way, shape, or form. So Agent built slowly building up to a 200 supply or 100 supply army, going up against Edo Boy. And as long as Edo Boy plays close to the vest, so to speak, and he can get his reinforcements there a little bit more quickly, he can try and stay and win out of this war of attrition just by dodging taxes. Right? I mean, that's really what the case is here. Main gold mine is already mined out, right? We're looking still at Agent sitting on 22 supply of workers. And that means he has 10 guys on gold mine, and he also has 12 guys on lumber. So he's going to continue to just bloat up on lumber. And on top of that, this gold mine only has about 3 minutes of mining left compared to this gold mine who still has about 7-8 minutes of mining left here, because Edo Boy was later to establish the fight. Anti-magic shell now ready, already cast across multiple units. Units going to try and engage Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire across multiple units as Blizzard now raining down. Banshees could be in trouble, but a quick impale dealing large damage onto that Archmage. Units continuing to fight back here. As we're looking at Destroyers, Blizzard still continuing to rain down here. No Obsidian statues, and that could be the big problem as another Impale picks up the Archmage again. All right, Staff of Sanctuary, level 4 now on that Panda. More damage adding back up. No more, not that much mana here on that Crypt Lord, as the Crypt Lord now looking to back up again. 79 supply compared to 98. Flying Machines continuing to blast away at multiple units as the Banshees could get taken down. As well, we are now looking at 75 supply. More Crypt Fiends out onto the battlefield. Banshees taking their place. Lich with that, Death Coil getting saved up right there. Fly Machines continuing to do a lot of chasing as another Destroyer gets shot out of the sky. 62 supply compared to 95, trying to find the right location. And Edo Boy, able to hold on barely in this spot. Obsidian statue, but currently down by about 18 supply here. Flying Machines, providing plenty of cover. The Destroyer is not going to be able to easily take them down. More damage onto those Knights and other units here. Orb of Fire nowhere to be seen. So the Death Coils should still be able to save quite a bit of units as they are retreating back. Flying Machines, however, taking a little bit of damage themselves. All right, fully armor upgrade on the Spellbreakers, the Knights, and the Flying Machines, as this Haunted Gold Mine will get taken down. All right, we are going to be looking at 2 base play versus 1 base play for a little while, but this gold mine is nearly done, so it's going to be 1 base to 1 base here in just a second. What is this mass Spellbreaker armor going to do? Abominations, Flying Machines getting webbed down here as the Crypt Fiends continue to retreat back. There's just so many Flying Machines dealing damage to those Destroyers that the can't really deal with the Knights that are charging on in. Also, the mass Spellbreaker army with really high armor, 11.5 armor, because of that Devotion aura. Very difficult to make any sort of play happen. Spellbreakers now making their way through. Crypt Lord taking a lot of damage back the other side. Are we going to be looking at Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire? But that's just a little bit of trailing damage there. All right, not looking to put pressure on on the natural expansion, not wanting to fight against those towers. We are looking at 100 supply compared to 75 again. Army sizes, once more, very even. 73 supply compared to 78. And at this stage in the game, Ito Boy, even though he is down a full base, is mining 7 gold a second compared to Agent's 8. The longer this game goes, well, let's just say Agent needs to finish off this game while he has these advantages. Um, right now, Archmage only has 650 hit points, so I can easily see the Archmage taking quite a bit of burst magic damage as we are looking at a couple of webs forcing a small engagement here. That's going to get taken down. Blizzard now raining down in. There's a Drunken Haze Breath of Fire. More engaging here. Brewmaster taking a little bit of damage. Is it going to get Staff the Sanctuary out? Is he going to be able to make its way out? Yes, he does. Paladin able to whisk it out of the battle quickly enough. Archmage now making its way back over. There's a Blizzard. Are we going to see an Impale? Yes, we are. Archmage, however, has plenty of hit points. Not going to be suffering too much damage as the Archmage now looks to back away, throwing down another Blizzard as the, well, Scroll of Healing keeps one Cryptine alive ever so barely. Paladin, however, not so lucky, unable to break free from there as so many of those Staffs of the Sanctuary are on cooldown. Obsidian statues getting taken down by the storm here. 73 supply compared to 88 as the Obsidian statues in the back continue with this heal as well. Blizzard raining down onto the Banshees. Banshees trying to dodge, change position once more as the Abominations are in the front line spot trying to go after those Spellbreakers, trying to make it pay as well. Flying Machines continuing to fall as well as the Abomination in that backside just causing a lot of disease cloud across multiple units, and that's going to drain the mana on many of those units here. Ito Boy finally breaking 60 upkeep, going down to 59 here as the Archmage is going straight after, and that was a mistake. Archmage of Agent trying to dive in onto that spot. That was a horrible mistake right there as the Death Knight able to make its way back off to the north, perhaps try to buy a little bit of healing. All right, there's engagement now. 59 supply compared to 67 as the units are continuing the fight. Obsidian statues are all around here. Crypt Lord sitting at level 5. Death Knight, well, what is it doing? It is in this fight here, but somehow still sticking around. Obsidian statues are trying to provide a little bit of health to all of these units as the Panda now comes back in, ready to come in. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, and there's more damage. Ring of Regeneration on that Death Knight. He is fighting on Blight. Look at that regeneration, how quickly it is going as the Panda wants to get another Breath of Fire across multiple units. 56 supply compared to 46, and this is what I was talking about. All it takes is a sudden burst of damage, and here we see Ito Boy starting to take the lead here. Priest getting taken down. Units are all trying to run away. Panda trying to find the Death Knight. Death Knight saying, you know what? You can't catch me. I'm regenerating hit points. I have level 2 Unholy Aura, natural regeneration from a hero, and also Ring of Regeneration. Crazy regeneration there. All right. Flying Machines looking to put Flying Machines looking to take down all of these ghouls here. This expansion trying to be re-established, not gonna get back up and running again as Agent is now sitting on one base with 45 supply. All right, all it takes is one miscalculation, and that Archmage, it seemed like it was just so strong, and now, well, workers are getting offered up as sacrifices to the taxing gods, right? Trying to do this all for tax reasons, and that's exactly what we have here. Ito Boys with what seven acolytes will probably transfer some from his main base or from his main expansion off to the top left here, perhaps even summon up a necropolis if necessary. Undead army is looking really strong. Obsidian statues are still out onto the battlefield, even though many of them are low on mana. Ordinary Bummer, thank you for the follow. Crypt Lord does have the ultimate ability, and remember that last trifecta of damage was not even with level 3 Death Coil, level 3 Frost Nova. All right, we're going to be seeing level 3 Death Coil, level 3 Frost Nova pretty quickly here as the Death Knight and the Lich are going to be able to level up. However, a quick scroll of Town Portal to head back away. There goes one Sorceress as it gets taken down. AM gets frozen in its tracks in a matter of seconds. Meanwhile, these guard towers here. Look, still plenty of lumber to harvest, but Agent, who was sitting on 22 workers for so long, I don't know if it got the advanced lumber mill upgrade, but having so many workers there. All right, let's come back through. Panda looking to perhaps get some breath of fire, perhaps trying to shut down this expansion. Undead army has to be aware of where the human army is. Here we are dropping in water elementals, retraining back to water elementals over Blizzard as the paladin, well, getting closer, and Panda getting closer to 5 as well. In comes the engagement. Acolytes are looking to back away. There is an unsummoned there, and the, well, Brewmaster could be in trouble. All right, what are we looking at? There goes a quick impale. There's a staff of Sanctuary. Orb of Fire is on the Archmage now, as that is the downside. If you go Blizzard, you do not have the ability to apply Orb of Fire on and that debuff on any target. In addition to that, it just makes the Archmage a larger target. If you had, say, Rune Bracers, a Pure Up or Pure Up of Vitality, Kagar's Gem of Help, even Circlets of Nobility to move the hit points north of 900, then the Archmage can afford to stay stationary for longer than 5 seconds. Otherwise, as soon as you stay stationary, especially against a Crypt Lord who can impale you and make you stay there longer, things go sideways very, very quickly. Death Knight, 12 experience shy from that next level. We are getting up a Sacrificial Pit and a Ziggurat. Yeah, no, this map has been providing some great games, as mentioned. Some interesting, just highly aggressive matchups as you naturally fight towards each other. There is a lot of ways to walk around, so map awareness is extremely key as we're looking at, well, Agent. Um, this is what I call a pounding sand maneuver. He is trying to do the same thing over and over again, and it is just not working for him. Archmage making its way back off to the north here. Knight gonna go ahead. It's a single Knight diving on in. We're gonna be going into an engagement. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire across all those units there. But, well, a quick Devour Magic trying to remove that Drunken Haze debuff. All right, coming back across, we're looking at the Archmage continuing to fight flying machines already. 2-3 upgrades now on the flying machines, as well as they're going to be able to bombard the ground. And here we are going to be going into an engagement. Are we going to see an impale? No impale just quite yet. Drunken Haze there. Breath of Fire coming back across. Holy Light trying to save that Panda. More damage coming back through as the Crypt Lord, well, it picks up all of those units and nearly takes down that Paladin. Paladin able to back away just in time. Staff of Sanctuary does save. Crypt Lord does have the ultimate ability and is, well, but it already used it as the Knights are getting taken out pretty quickly. Crypt Fiends continuing to find, targets, easy targets to go after. 53 supply compared to 63 as we are looking at, well, the Nerubian Tower while trying to fight back here. All right, we are only down to 2 more Acolytes. Edo Boy losing all 5 of his Acolytes that were mining at the main base, leaving behind 1 Knight that had Sundering Blades, able to deal that bonus damage to that medium armor here. Death Knight now looking to still sitting at level 4, not yet quite at level 5. There's a Breath of Fire and also a Frost Nova taking down a Knight there, but the Lich is still not getting closer to, or not at level 5 as of yet. More fighting coming back every which way. Lich getting closer and closer as soon as we see level 3 Frost Nova, and in comes the ultimate ability once more. Ultimate ability continuing with all that pressure. Oh, beautiful Staff of Sanctuary. That one Obsidian statue finally gets taken down by the Water Elemental there as the Death Knight tries to go for a death well. It's going to finish off that Knight down to 8 hit points. Staffs of Sanctuary. That little bit of extra damage would have been enough. Lich not able to get to that next level as the Knights are retreating back. Beautifully done, beautifully played as the Crypt Fiends, well, need a little bit more hit points. They need to stay alive. Paladin comes in, blasts another Holy Light right there. All right, Agent, I thought was out of this game. However, that last-ditch effort to remove a lot of the Acolytes, making a big play there. However, it could be the death. No, Paladin able to stay alive. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability used once more. Low hit point. Crypt Fiend going to get taken down as we're looking at a crazy game going back and forth once more. Knights, are they going to be able to finish off that Crypt Fiend? No, they are not. And it's really been a split-second difference across multiple attacks. Are we going to finally see Water Elemental falling and giving level 3 to the Lich? Frost Nova, level 3 variety. And, well, that damage is going to add up even more. There's a quick impale. Archmage could be in trouble. There's that level 3 Frost Nova with that surrounding damage so much. Archmage gets stabbed to Sanctuary back out. Panda comes in with Breath of Fire. Fly Machine's trying to find some destroyers to take down as well, as the units are looking to back away again. Knights looking to perhaps go after those Crypt Fiends, and this battle is still nowhere near done. Drunken Haze Breath of Fire perhaps. No Drunken Haze Breath of Fire. Units are just trying to fight back their way through. Beautiful. Crypt Fiend stays alive barely again, as the Crypt Lord is in a little bit of trouble. Death Knight needs a little bit more mana. Could get a Death Coil off onto that Crypt Lord there. Now back up to full, or well, into a decent spot again, as we're looking at more fighting. 46 supply compared to 44, as the Panda is now in a little bit of trouble. Breath of Fire going to go after that Abomination. Abomination finally getting taken down. Destroyer going toe-to-toe against a Flying Machine as an Impale. It lifts up the Brewmaster. Continuing that fight again. Priest getting taken out here. Obsidian Statues. Knights still continuing to battle it up. Destroyer trying to go after some Knights. 46 supply compared to 46. Still an even game, as another Knight going to get taken down. Death Knight getting closer to level 6 here. There's a Staff of Sanctuary trying to save, and Staff of Sanctuary could be the saving position in this game here, as the Archmage drops a Water Elemental, pushing back the other side. This battle has been going on for minutes, and still no end in sight, as the Death Knight, Lich, and Crypt Lord try to retreat back here. What was a major army size advantage by Edo Boy has now turned into an even battle. Both sides, well, their expansions are very, very vulnerable, but it looks as though it's going to be happening on Undead first. All right. Shade quickly getting taken down, as the Flying Machine able to spot that right there. Lich coming back over to the front line. Fighting on Blight is a bit of a dangerous proposition, as the additional regeneration does make quite a big of a difference. Orb of Fire going, and Breath of Fire, Holy Light blasting away that Lich. All right, how appropriate at that. The breath of fire, well, just melting away that frosty Lich there, as the Brewmaster able to do so much. Paladin very close now to level 5. Level 3 Unholy Light could actually turn into a major difference there, as the Orb of Fire has and that denying of healing making a drastic difference there. Breath of Fire coming back across. Crypt Lord now looking to retreat back. 47 supply compared to 49, as we're looking at the units continue to engage without the Orb of Corruption on that Lich. Suddenly, the Knights with their nearly 20 armor, 49% damage reduction. Nearly 20 armor, or 54% damage reduction. Right now, that just shows you how strong those Knights are. Every point of damage is reduced in half, but every point of healing is still the same amount, making those Knights nearly impossible to take out. Lich getting resurrected actually fairly quickly, as we're looking at Flying Machines actually a bit out of position here. They're going to get cleaned up rather fast as well. Devour Magic perhaps onto that Water Elemental, as the Acolytes, well, all gone, including the Gold Mine here. Ag3nt finally able to, well, I guess pound sand hard enough to make a difference. And yeah, I take it back. Ag3nt recognizing the point, and well, able to just completely shut down his opponent there. And we are looking at Mass Teleport now on the table for Ag3nt. Now that Ag3nt has Mass Teleport, he's everywhere he wants to be. And by being everywhere he wants to be, he is able to just get in and out of battles extremely quickly. Flying Machine, Knights all positioned, ready to go. Sorceresses, Priest, Paladin, a Panda now once more on the move. Where are these units all traveling to next? 51 supply over 60, no gold mine left. Edo Boy, while sitting inside his base. Do we have Acolytes? We have one Acolyte here, and that is it. Is it going to try to unsummon anything? That is the next question. All right. Flying Machines correctly going after a slaughterhouse. We could be going into a final fight here. This gold mine only has 300 gold left, so only 30 seconds of mining here. So even though Ag3nt was able to take down this top left haunted gold mine, all he's really done is got it back to even. 7,840 gold left here. There's another haunting of that gold mine. There could be a major fight taking place here. All the blight is still available. And, well, are we perhaps going to be trying to train up more units? Water Elemental looking to take down that Black Citadel here. Keeping up enough buildings to train up the necessary units. Good day. This has been a great game. So what are we gonna be looking for straight out of the gates? Straight out of the gates, we're looking for the Banshees having enough. Well, no, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Banshee's not gonna be able to make that big of a difference. We need to see more anti-magic shell on the important units. Destroyer's gonna try and engage here. Crypt Fiends, no abominations out onto the battlefield. Invisibility onto that Paladin, now trying to fight their way through. I thought we were gonna have a little bit more time, but no time at all. Spellbreakers now making their way back across here as the Flying Machines are diving straight onto that Destroyer. Destroyer currently okay, as the Panda could be in a little bit of trouble trying to break away, able to use invisibility to get back again. Staff of Sanctuary saves. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Brewmaster could be in trouble. Is it going to get... No, not going to get taken down, as the Crypt Lord could now be in trouble. Death Knight needs the Death Coil, gets the Crypt Lord, and he's to safety right now. Not enough mana on that Death Knight, though, like the Obsidian statue is not staying around. Death Knight could get taken down to 17 hit points. It falls. And one of the legs of the undead tri-hero has fallen. Quick impale right there. The Paladin could be in trouble. Paladin takes a bit of damage, as the Archmage is currently invisible as well. All right, continuing to fight back around. What is going on here? Lich, not that much mana. Flying Machines going after, trying to dive on 17 supply compared to 43. And Agent looks as though he has been able to turn it around. Only 2 heroes left for the undead, and maybe one Crypt Fiend somewhere, as the Archmage is able to just wander around in circles, get away, drop water elementals, try and delay even further. That is going to be the end of everything here, especially as the, well, damage is just adding up. There is another quick Frost Nova. Crypt Lord perhaps using a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. But yeah, Ito Boy just sticking around, knowing that it is already over. One Crypt Lord left, and come on. Oh, Staff of Sanctuary saves, and taking down that Crypt Lord. There is the GG. A long, drawn-out marathon match of a game between Agent and Ito Boy. Agent coming away with the victory after having a major advantage and having his heroes pretty much blasted away into oblivion right before our eyes. Agent, however, having enough grit to fight through it all, making the correct plays, even though he did not succeed trying to take down that expansion the first couple of times. In the end, the total resources, Agent having about 5,000 about 5,000 more gold over his opponent. And remember, Agent was also in low or high upkeep for quite a bit. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something if you guys are still actively playing Warcraft 3. And I hope you guys check out more of my videos. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.